Hi everyone, I'm MaryAnn. I'm a visual artist and voice coach from Singapore, currently in Singapore, and welcome to day 91 of my 100-day Live Your Dreams vlog series. So if you're someone who has a dream and you want to make it come true and you're not quite sure how to get started, or you've started taking action but you're feeling stuck or confused or you don't know if this is the right thing for you, well, I have been on this journey for many years, so I know what you're going through. I know what this journey is really like, and I'm still learning a lot as I go along the way. So I'm here to share whatever I've learned and my experiences so far and some of the lessons I've learned along the way, in the hopes that it can help you better frame whatever it is that you're going through when it comes to pursuing your passion, creating a worthy and meaningful purpose for yourself, and fulfilling some of your biggest dreams. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, or you can directly message me through any one of my social media links, which are in the write-ups attached to these videos. So yesterday I shared a little bit about how I started to challenge one of my patterns, which is that of not asking for help or not accepting help from other people. And I did that by basically accepting help from my animator friend when it comes to working on my current animation project. So I don't have much experience in animation. I've done one short animation thing like a couple of years ago, which I never published, and then I just finished an animated story very recently, which I haven't published yet because I'm still sending it to film festivals first. And now I'm working on a third animation project, which is kind of due at the end of this month because it's supposed to be showcased in an exhibition in the US. More details to come for that if you follow me, if you're following my art as well. But basically, I have 2 weeks to complete this animation, and there's not much time for me to work with this, and plus it's a more complicated animation compared to my previous two projects. So I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna accept whatever help I can get, and I said yes to my friend's offer to help me with this. And that's when I discovered that, well, for one, the process of getting his help brought up a lot of feelings of inadequacy in me, and the feelings of not good enough, and feeling that I am weak or stupid or useless, and therefore I have to ask for help. And at the same time also it added another dimension to our friendship, where now we have one new thing that we can connect over, which is our shared interest in animation. So when it comes to breaking your pattern and challenging whatever it is that your patterns are that are holding you back, it's not so much about becoming a better version of yourself or becoming better. It's more just, whatever it is that is in your way right now, whatever it is that possibly holds you back from going after that bigger dream of yours, or from expanding yourself such that you can achieve a different level when it comes to going after that dream of yours. It's really just about evolving and expanding ourselves. Okay, so a lot of times when people look at personal development and personal evolution, they might have this thinking that it's about becoming better, that it's about improving ourselves, and the idea of improvement usually means, usually kind of implies that something is not good enough yet, and that's why you have to improve on it. And like, we're not good enough, and that's why we have to be better. So I don't really like to use those terms. I don't necessarily like to say self-improvement or bettering yourself. It might slip out from time to time because that's the lingo that I've also grown up with. But these days I want to focus a lot more on talking about evolution, on expansion, on development, which is they're much more neutral terms, and they don't necessarily have that charge that we usually attach to these things, where we think we're not good enough, therefore we have to be better, therefore we have to improve. So this links back to what I shared about self-acceptance, where honestly, the way you are right now, there really is nothing wrong with you. Okay, if you think that there is something wrong with you, it's usually because something in your past made you feel that whatever personality traits you have are wrong, and that's why you think that there's something wrong with you. but there is really nothing wrong with you. Or rather, if you want to look at it the other way, there is something wrong with every single one of us. Okay, like nobody is perfect, there's always room for growth, there's always room for development in every single one of us. But that doesn't mean that right now, the way you are, it doesn't mean that there is something wrong with you and therefore you have to change it. Okay, nobody has to change. I mean, we're always changing all the time because, as things happen in our life, we adapt, we evolve. Whether you realize it or not, you're constantly evolving, okay? But if it's something that you intentionally want to do more of, developing and evolving and expanding yourself, I want you to know that it's not because there is something wrong with you and that's why you have to change. The way you are right now is just, it is what it is. This is who you are. This is how you are right now, and there's totally nothing wrong with you. The only time that you want to start evolving and expanding yourself is because you have a greater height that you want to reach. For example, in this case, your dream. A lot of times our dreams are so much bigger than who we currently are, and they require us to expand. They require us to develop certain skill sets. They require us to evolve, maybe in certain personality traits, maybe in certain patterns, or in the way we organize and the way we think about things, the way we process things. So each of these, so-called improvements to ourselves, it's not so much because there is something wrong with you now and you're not good enough, but it's rather that, this is who I am now, and that is who I want to become so that I can achieve that goal. And so I have to expand. I have to push further outside of my comfort zone. I have to learn new skills, and I need to, find a way to evolve myself so that I can reach that capability level that is required for me to fulfill that dream. So I would say that this journey is really about you wanting to grow because you want to grow. It's like growth for growth's sake, or rather, it is growth for growth's sake so that you can achieve something bigger in your life that is really meaningful and important to you. It's not coming from a place of I'm not enough, and I need to compensate and I need to overcompensate and therefore I must achieve certain things, or I must improve myself, or I must change myself, or turn over a new leaf, or whatever it is. It still comes back to accepting ourselves for who we are, and then seeing what are the gaps that we need to fill in order for us to reach that higher goal that you want to aspire to. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it is still a personal choice. You don't have to go after your dreams. You really don't have to grow. You really don't have to evolve. But if it is something that you want, if you want to go after that dream, if you want to go after something that really matters to you, then growth is necessary, evolution is necessary, and at the same time also it is about being okay with who you are and learning how to grow and expand, and then be okay with your progress as well, and continue growing and expand and keeping it consistent as well. So if you have enjoyed today's video, subscribe to my channel on YouTube or like my Facebook page wherever you're seeing this on. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, or you can directly message me through any one of my social media links which are in the write-ups attached to these videos. And I'll see you tomorrow.